Hello, this is my fourth day in Paris, and right now I'm in an Uber just to get to Versailles. This morning I was really sick. I got out of my bed at 11 a.m. because I was so sick. I felt like a zombie, and I debated not going to Versailles just because I couldn't even have the energy just to stand up. It was that bad. I had a really bad cold the other day. Anyway, but I decided on going because I already paid for tickets and they were like 35 euros. But I couldn't like get myself to like get on the public transport for 1 hour just to get there. And I didn't want to really use my brain, so I had to use an Uber, which was like 35 euros just to get there. And it was like a 45-minute drive. And it was another 45 euros just to get back home. Because after all that walking, I was already dying, and after like walking around Versailles, I didn't have the energy to use the public transport. So I had to pay for an Uber again just to get back to my hostel. But anyway, we don't have to talk about that. Right now, I'm just standing in front of the Versailles, taking pictures, taking videos. When I walked in, the first thing I saw was a gift shop, so of course I had to take a look. And there were a lot of Marie Antoinette stuff, and obviously so because that's where she lived. And there was this brush that I really wanted, but it was 22 euros. Wait, yeah, 22 euros, and I think that's kind of overpriced for like a hairbrush, so I had to pass. And these are some just videos that I took of the palace. It was so pretty. Like, I don't know what each room is for because I didn't have an audio guide. Man, I couldn't pay for an audio guide because like I can't be spending this extra money. It kind of feels like one of those like things when you online shop and you have to like pay for extra shipping, that kind of stuff. I could just look around and like admire stuff. I don't need an audio guide. Anyway, that's my mindset. And the crazy thing is, like, even though like the wallpapers and like crazy art are on the walls, the ceiling was just another level. The ceiling was art in and of itself. There were a lot of details, like sculptures. Just everything is gold plated. That's crazy. I I was literally dying inside, but I had a great time just looking around. I feel like I made the right decision coming here because when the hell am I going to be in Paris looking at Versailles if I don't do it right now, right? So the Uber is worth it, right? Yeah, worth it. I don't know whose room this is, but it was really cool. Obviously, because I didn't have an audio guide, I didn't know what I was seeing. But right here, I knew exactly what I was seeing because it's on Instagram and everywhere. It's the room of mirrors, and the guide from the Louvre told me about this room. There was, I don't know, like there's a room in the Louvre that is like related to this room, like the predecessor of that room in, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it was super cool. A lot of mirrors. They said that mirrors were very valuable back then. So having a room, a hall full of just mirrors was like a crazy flex back then. Yeah, and I obviously get that. But the mirrors are super old, but that makes sense because it was from like 200, 300 years ago. So that makes sense. This video is gonna be kind of different from all the rest of my videos because I'm doing a voiceover, right? And all the rest of my videos, I'm speaking inside the videos. But I hope that's cool because when I was filming, I was literally dying inside. My voice was gone and I had a cold. I was like hot and like cold and hot at the same time. I was suffering. So hope that's cool. I'm doing a voiceover. And I was taking a lot of 360 videos of just the whole room because I didn't want to miss anything. Just so I can look back and admire it again and feel like I'm there again, you know? And in the middle of it, I took a sandwich break. There was a cafe inside the Versailles. And again, like, my hopes were gone, vanished, because it was horrible. It was the worst sandwich I've ever tasted. I couldn't even finish it. I was hungry, and I was, like, in a very, very bad mood, right? Because I was sick. And I couldn't even finish it. That's how bad it was. And I paid for it. And I paid for, like, it was overpriced, obviously, because it's in Versailles. And it was, like, horrible. Like, I'm literally losing so much weight here. It's crazy. Even though I'm, like, eating baguette and croissant for breakfast every morning. Like, the food here is so bad. I miss Korean food so much. So the lack of nutrition with the sandwich wasn't helping me get energy. But anyway, I'm finally outside the Versailles. I was just walking around and I just ended up outside. So hopefully I didn't miss anything inside the palace because I can't go right back in. And this is the park in Versailles. It's so pretty. I love it, even though I was really sick. A lot of swans. This was my first time seeing a swan this close. That was a really beautiful experience. And I was just following this little duck. It's so cute. I should have followed the swan though. The swan is more prettier. Just checking my shoes because I almost stepped on a puddle. A cute duck. I'm following a cute duck. Also, I have a very unrelated story. It's not in the video because I didn't feel like recording it, but I paid for tickets for a little train in Versailles that basically goes through the garden, and because I don't have to walk, right? This is the little train. Oh my god, I didn't take videos of it. Anyway, the thing is, I didn't know where to get on the train and where the train stop was. So I was just like aimlessly walking around looking for where the train stops and where I have to be to get on the train. And like, I wasn't in the mood for walking and I just had to walk the whole time. And I was literally, I'm saying this 100 times, but I was literally dying. Well, thanks for listening to my little rant there. When I got on the train, I didn't know, but the train stops at various places in the garden. And in the garden, there's another place that I could see. It was like a mini palace. I don't know if I should be calling it that, but it was like a mini palace with all little tiny stuff, but it was smaller than Versailles. So I just took a look there, even though I literally didn't have any energy. It was a miracle that I was walking. And yeah, that's basically all of the footage I have of the day that I went to Versailles. I didn't have the energy to vlog anymore, so the footage ends there, unfortunately. And just to summarize, I was looking up like massage places after because I needed a massage so bad. But obviously they were so expensive, and as a broke college student, I couldn't afford those prices. And I think they were more expensive because they were right next to Versailles. So I just took an Uber back home and I just went to bed immediately. I just went to bed. This, like, I think, like, having a bad time, like, not a bad time, but, like, struggling while traveling makes it more memorable, right? So even though I was sick, that made it more memorable in the future for me. Okay, that's day 4. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Bye!